Hello and a big welcome to Trendz on this chilly Saturday out in Auckland Park, Johannesburg. Glad you could join me like we do every week at midday when the clock strikes 12, where we do the biggest entertainment news headliners and voices in showbiz. I'm your host. My name is Refil Wemwilwa. On Twitter, we are at Trendz on SABC. And so the Microsoft Theatre in Los Angeles is the place to be this weekend because as we do all know, or should all know, the countdown to the 2017 BET Awards is going down. So Babes Woduma didn't make it there. Ish, the visa situation. But we do have other people who are flying our flag high, the likes of Nasty C, aka and Mama Yvonne Chaka Chaka, who we wish all the best. And we also, of course, have the likes of Wizkid, Davido, and a host of other trailblazing entertainers out of Africa who are doing us hella proud. So looking forward to those awards. Now, in our first story for the day, the Youth Expression Festival is currently underway at the State Theatre in Pretoria. And this year, it's celebrating its 9th year. Now, the festival gives a platform to young people to voice their concerns and represent the world as they see it in a creative way. The festival started last week and will conclude at the end of this month.
It's celebrated with a different theme every year. And this year, the festival dubbed Step Up officially kicked off on Youth Day. The event celebrates and encourages young people to showcase their talents. The Lines covers a range of performances including hip-hop, dance, rap battles, poetry slam battles and drama.
The Youth Festival, Expressions Festival, is currently in its 9th year. And then what the festival about is the youth expressing themselves, basically different in all art genres, from dance, drama, visual arts, poetry. And then what we also incorporate is workshops to empower the youth. This year we also have some workshops with SARS and CIPC so that we can inform the youth about the tax issues and in terms of the companies. I think what's missing is other partners to come on board, but we have a lot of partners and people willing to work with us, but we just never have enough space because it's so popular. We also have other artists and producers coming from different provinces, but because of the space and the facilities available, we can't really cater for everybody. So it has grown over the years, and it can be an even bigger festival.
This upbeat festival is a celebration of the youth, focusing on remembering the past while reflecting on the current state of affairs and interrogating hopes for the future.
June 16 to me means that it means freedom to me. It means that I'm free. It means that I'm free to, to go for whatever that I believe for, or to go for whatever that I want to go for.
What I know about 1976 is that youth back those days, they were marching against to be taught in Afrikaans language. They wanted to be taught in English so that everyone would understand and have that intellectual thing at school. So for me, it's a good thing because now I'm free to learn in each and every language that I'm willing to learn in.
While we're still on the spirit of celebrating young people in South Africa, we also caught up with the who's who in the entertainment industry during a Metro FM event. The event's sole purpose was to unleash the station's new talent. The event was embraced by the likes of Lady Zama, Masechaba Ndlovu, Anko, and many others. These are their thoughts on what they think it means to be a young person in South Africa.
The youth of 76 were united in a common conscious cause. It was social, political, and today it's more economic, even though we're not aware that it is, but it is. The fact that 51% of the youth are unemployed is something that we all should care about, but we don't care about it enough. But the truth is that Africa is rising, and I'm happy to be a part of that change.
It feels like we have a big responsibility as the youth of the 21st century, to literally start owning our youthness, owning our economy, owning our country, and literally defining it in a way that when we pass it on to our kids, they will say, okay, cool, this is a great gift that my dad's generation has given me.
I feel like this month is a month that will remind us that things are not as bleak as they look right now. We come from a very beautiful history. Yes, we're full of struggles and pains, but we come from a history where we've survived, we've conquered.
Nice one. Now, Nil is Nie Niks Nie is a heartwarming and darkly amusing new film about life, death and everything in between. It tells the story of three friends living in a sleepy town, Martin Hunder, Drickus and Chris, who set out to make Drickus' dying wish come true. He wants to make a zombie movie. Now, what makes the movie stand out from the slate of local films in recent years is that it revolves around performances by children. Yeah, talented young cast. Now, I'm here joined by the producer of the film, Stefan Inslin, and cast members Jaden van der Merwe and Peter Lowe. Welcome, guys.
Thanks so much.
Fantastic. So, is school out?
For me it is, yeah.
It is for you. You're on holiday. Awesome. I want to start with you, Peter. You're the younger one here, and you apparently had to go through quite a grueling audition process.
Well,
So tell us about that and why you wanted to be a part of this film.
Okay, so my drama teacher just told me about this audition because she's friends with one of the other producers, Lisa.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, I'll go for it. And I originally went for the role of Runer. And then I didn't make it because this guy did. And they gave me a callback. So I went for Drickus and I made it, yeah.
Fantastic. And you, Peter, you go to school.
I'm Jaden.
Gosh, sorry about that. Peter, Jaden, Stefan. Okay. So, yeah, so tell us about, I mean, you're at school. I mean, I assume you do drama as well, and you have over the years. But now you are like a red carpet star.
I wouldn't exactly call myself a red carpet star.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome. Just the exposure about everything has been great. And yeah, I hope lots of people watch the movie and can make it.
Tell us about your role. Who do you play? And this whole storyline comes together. You guys are making a zombie film. Really? Yeah. Oh my gosh, must have been so much fun. But tell us about it. Stefan, I'm coming to you just now.
Fine. Yeah, my character, Hunerd, is a math whiz who struggles to come to terms with the death of his father. And he befriends his new next-door neighbor, Drickus, who is suffering from Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Oh, wow.
And they set out to make a movie. A zombie movie.
Yeah.
And Drickus is an inspiring filmmaker. He's a movie fanatic.
Sure.
And then later on the journey, they meet Chris and she joins them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So fun was had on set. Stefan,
a lot of
as
time.
producer of this film, I mean, you've done a lot of films and, you know, over the years in your career, but this kind of cast, managing young talent such as this, was it all you expected or very different to what you expected?
No, it was very different in a sense of, you know, these actors and the other child actors were just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because once you want to make this kind of film, you know, you always hope that you're going to find the child actors that can actually, you know, they can bring these characters to life.
Yeah.
And they can do it convincingly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you watch this film, you will just understand what I mean, because they are literally phenomenal. You believe them.
Yeah.
So
and it wasn't a case of they've been in other films before.
No,
it was
I mean,
really
this was the first time they actually were in front of the camera.
Okay.
So
diamonds in the rough. You found them. Over 400 youngsters were auditioned.
I mean, yeah, it was a grueling audition process.
Yeah.
We went all around South Africa. We auditioned over 500 children.
Jeez.
And we found, you know, these two boys, and then Dania de Villiers, you know, can't be here today. She, you know, she's also in it. But they were, yeah, the absolute best. And
when it comes to the storyline, I mean, making a zombie film, but it's as I said, it's life and death and everything in between. And I mean, this, you know, your character, Drickus, who has, you know, cancer, very hard, I'm sure, to deal with. And just what kind of boy is he in terms of, he's inspiring, obviously, his friends. They're out there and they're doing a film and, you know, it will live on after him. But what kind of boy did you want to channel through, you know, through Drickus?
Well, the thing is that we really want to do is we want children to realize that, you know, they should be children.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty with Drickus' character. You know, even though he's dying, he's just full of life.
Yeah.
And he wants to live. Where everybody else around him, they have so much to live for, but inside they believe they're dying.
Oh, jeez.
And so we, you know, this is where the whole thing about life and death.
That's such a paradox of life, because you'd think older people are the ones who are more jaded and they, you know what I mean? But you're finding that nowadays, especially in the kind of society we live in, it doesn't matter, young or old, it happens to all of us.
Yeah, and I mean, that's exactly the message we want to, you know, portray through this film, is that, you know, live your life to the fullest.
Yeah.
If you can stand up in the morning, if you can breathe, you know, you
have
you have something to be thankful for. So enjoy life.
Fantastic. Peter, so your role and when you saw yourself on screen after everything was done? Because it's very different when you're on set versus when you actually see the full thing. And what did you just think? Did you think, oh my gosh, was that me? Were you chuffed? Were you, I don't know, what did you think?
It was amazing to see everything that we worked on for a month come together like this. And I mean, the rest of the cast was amazing. I mean, Jaden and Dania, brilliant actors and actresses who worked with us. And
sure.
It was amazing, yeah.
And Jaden, what do you take away from this experience being on, you know, a professional movie set? Was it intimidating for you? And are you looking forward to doing a whole lot more movies?
I'm looking forward to, I think the biggest takeaway for me was just the learning experience, like learning from everyone. I was able to learn a lot from Peter, from Dania, from the older actors like Antoinette Lowe and Raina Swart. Yeah, like I learned a lot from them and I'm very grateful for that. And they were always there if I needed help with something.
Sure.
I'm very grateful to them.
Fantastic. And Stefan, what do people, it's out currently at cinemas, am I correct?
It's coming out on the 7th of July.
On the 7th of July, okay. And people must flock to the movie and watch it, but ultimately, one thing that they need to, well, hopefully, will take away from the film.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of things they can actually take away from this film, but I want people to be inspired, you know, when they walk out of that cinema, they should realize, listen, that, like I say, is as long as I can breathe, you know, I can make a difference out there. And I want people to please go and buy the tickets, go on the opening weekend, you know, because, you know, we are in an industry that you can help us grow this. And it's going from strength to strength every year, so please.
People must go out and fill up those cinemas and take all your friends. I hope all of them, school holiday time, fantastic, that everyone can just go and have a ball. Thank you so very much, guys. Pleasure having you here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much, Stefan. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, so the Unlocks concert always does the best. They have brought the likes of Kanye West, Big Sean, Nas, J. Cole, and a whole lot more. Now, with the rise of the trap music genre in South Africa, they brought American hip-hop artist and producer from Houston, Travis Scott, and trap soul artist from America, Bryson Tiller, to headline this year's concert. Now, for the first time ever in Unlocked history, they took the second leg of the concert to Polokwane, and obviously because, well, actually, it's not we like things, it's our producer, Selepe Maifadi likes things. She was there checking it out.
The Youth Day long weekend was nothing but extra cold, with American trap rappers headlining in Johannesburg and Polokwane. The lineup also had the likes of platinum-selling, award-winning South African acts such as Nasty C, Ricky Rick, Casper Nyovest, and a lot more.
Travis Scott and Bryson Tiller, they're in Polokwane, guys.
Oh my God! Let's go get lit, straight up!
No, that moment, that's a key moment.
That's how you feel.
One of the biggest stages, outdoor stages that we've built here in Polokwane. So that's another first for us.
How much do you love this song?
Oh!
How did you even think of Polokwane though?
So Polokwane is really a core stomping ground for the brand. It's where our biggest consumers are, and we just needed to reward them and show them, we see you, Polokwane.
For me, like, the most important, which I'm really, really happy about, is that, like, the concert isn't doing the normal thing, which is go to Joburg, go to Durban, go to Cape Town. For once, they were like, let's go to Polokwane. So I think it's really dope. I think it's really dope that Polokwane is showing some love as well.
What do you think of the selection of artists that are on stage tonight? Not just the international acts, but the South African artists that have been handpicked to be a part of this concert.
I think first and foremost, shout out to the whole industry in SA. Like, everybody's doing some great stuff. But this is like top-notch artists that are here, man. This is the best of the best. And this is our best foot forward when we talk about representing South Africa to people. This is our best foot forward. Nasty C is doing crazy things. Ricky Rick is doing Casper, Major League. You've got myself on stage, man.
Hey.
So I'm just thinking it's a good pool of people.
So if you're ready for Travis Scott, let me hear you say hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Here for Travis or are you here for Bryson?
I'm here for both, but I'm here for more Travis.
I feel like
Because the birds in the trap sing Brian McKnight.
It's like this, no?
Yeah.
Travis Scott is the 29 rand airtime. Bryson Tiller is the free airtime you get with it.
Are you a Travis or are you a Bryson Tiller fan?
I'm a music fan, to be quite honest. And the thing about it, you know what's funny? I always say you can't compare the two. They're like a yin and a yang. And I think it's a good thing that they brought both of them because he's so trap, soul, R&B, who's Bryson. And then you have Travis, who's trap, and he's more rock. Like, so if you look at their two personalities, they're completely different.
It's amazing. It shows how much we're growing of late, you know. Because and it looks like some small town, whatever. Yeah, we're big, yo, we're big.
Joe, happy Joe. Especially when my favorite artist. No, yeah. You know I can say cat, but Ricky. Guys, come on.
It's crazy. South African hip hop 2017 summer once again belongs to us.
Nice one, and there we go, proving that not every big concert international star has to come to Joburg, Durban or Cape Town. Fantastic concert it seems it was. Yeah, we're going to an ad break, and when we come back, legends never die. Keep watching.
How's everybody doing? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world. My name is Reason. I'm a rapper, I'm an entertainer. I'm an artist. But today on Trendz, I'm a celebrity. I feel like a celebrity. You should see the girl sitting next to me. You should see the girl that just texted me. Love girls coming soon. We say, I feel like a celebrity. You should see the girl sitting next to me. You should see the girl that just texted me. You should see the girl that's addressing me. I said I feel like a celebrity because they treat me like a god, and this is blasphemy. This is blasphemy. I said I step into the club being ushered by some bouncers. Try to keep a low profile, they announces. Say we in the building, everybody pounds us. Your instant crush is screaming in my ear as she pounces. Everybody knows who the realest in the house is. Hardcore rapper in the section with some house cats. Skinny jeans baggy cause my pockets full of thousands. Gatsby Ray-Bans for the days he's trying to clown us. Housing. Rock a smile like I'm allergic to frowning. Too big a crowd, standing on the couches. Snapchat it off and show you we about it. My chick saw, but I ain't taking down nicks because I feel like a celebrity. You should see the girl sitting next to me. You should see the girl that just texted me. You should see the girl that's addressing me. I feel like a celebrity. Man, they treat me like a god, and this is blasphemy. Oh Lord, this is blasphemy. On the knees, God, blasphemy. Thank you for joining us today, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Reason. Let your friends know right now that my love for champagne got me drinking from the bottle. My love for long legs got me chilling with the models. So now I'm on the page cause she asked me for a follow. She took me to some pictures that we took at Ye's concert. Encore. She be driving a whip better than I do. Says she got it for a birthday for my uncle. Her parents died when she was young, so she's an aunt's girl. Some daddy issues got her caught up in the trash world. She started asking me some questions I can't answer. While my celly getting vibrations I can't answer. The saddest part is that I don't want to advance her. I'm just another handsome victim of advances. This rap thing, I feel like a celebrity. I said, you should see the girl sitting next to me. You should see the girl that just texted me. I mean, you should see the girl that...
Nice one, nice one. Thank you. It is without a doubt Reason season in studio. I did say legends never die. He is one of them. I'm going to talk to him in a little while, but before that, All Eyes on Me tells the true and untold story of the prolific rapper, poet, activist, and actor Tupac Shakur. The film follows him from his early days in New York City to his evolution into being one of the world's most recognized and influential voices until now, before his untimely death at the age of 25. life. Here's a little bit of the behind the scenes. Take a look.
Behind this film is what are the events in Tupac's life that put him in the car September 7th, 1996, the fatal car ride. What happened in his life that got him to this point?
Researched as far, high and low as I could go. Read all of the books that he read, went to the school for Shakespeare to learn, you know, Shakespeare, along with just literally eat, sleep, breathe Tupac all day. That's all I would watch at home was Tupac interviews. Before I went to sleep, it was Tupac. You know what I'm saying? In the shower, listening to Tupac. So I made it a part, and even this is before I had the role. This is all just in preparation in hopes to get the role.
He spent about 2.5 years honing his craft. He spent time with acting coaches. He spent time with Angela Gibbs, really working through to become not just the musician that he is, but also the actor, and to take on this character and take on Tupac. And, you know, and he did it.
He walks through these doors and just embodied Tupac. And I was floored. My jaw dropped, and I was like, he's not even Demetrius, that's Tupac right there.
I love you. And I know you're gonna survive all of this. I love you too, Mama.
To actually step into his story in this very, you know, crucial way to play his mother was really surreal. There's a boldness to her that was so deeply defiant. She was teaching him about, you know, in the political ways when he was very young. She was exposing him to Van Gogh and Shakespeare when he was very young. She was allowing him to perform in Raisin in the Sun when he was 11 years old. She was allowing him to go to performing arts school in Baltimore that equipped him with, you know, a global understanding of what he could be in the world.
I wouldn't be the man I am without you.
I said, well, I didn't know that they were friends. And what do you mean? What do you mean you're playing Jada? Why are you playing Jada and Tupac? Like, what? Like, they're just trying to put it together. They met at Baltimore School of the Arts when they were kids, you know, didn't come from wealthy backgrounds, became close friends, became best friends. And they winded up blowing up around the same time together. You know, Jada went in one direction, he went in the other, and then sometimes they would cross paths, but they still remained very important figures in each other's lives up until the day he died.
Pac started out wanting to be this revolutionary, this voice of the people. And it was important that in the movie we made people understand that part of him.
He highlighted the struggle. He didn't get up here and like say, okay, well, I'm balling and this and that. It was like, he got to the height and was like, but this is what's still going on. You know what I'm saying? This is the real in the streets and the communities, and, you know, people are still poor. Why is the rich man got $40 billion and there's somebody in the street starving? There's somebody with no pants, shoes, and house and all that type of stuff. You know, he cared about people in general. In his music, the energy, you know, that energy was palpable. You could feel that.
We wanted to make sure that as you watch this film, by the time death row happens, you have seen a person you had no idea existed.
Everybody has the Pac that they love, and that's the thug. I love the poetic Pac. I love the thug-like Pac. I love the philosopher Pac. But I want them to be able to see it all in a way that they haven't seen it before.
Now, June 16, a day which South Africans commemorate the youth that protested for the freedom of South Africa, is also seen by many people around the day as one of the greatest hip-hop stars were born, and that is celebrated too. His name was Tupac Amaru Shakur, also known by many as Pac and Machiavelli, and he sold over 75 million records worldwide. In the year of his passing alone, he released a double album titled All Eyes on Me, which is also the title of his biopic, as you've just seen snippets of. We were invited to the exclusive screening of the film at Ster-Kinekor at the Zone in Rosebank ahead of the release of the film, and this is what went down.
further ado, I want to bring out the man of the hour, Mr. Tupac Shakur.
So we're at Stir Kineko, the Zone, Rosebank, and we having a VIP screening of the Tupac movie All Eyes on Me. We've got a bunch of cool people coming to check out with us. It's actually a week and a half before release, so it comes out on 30th of June, so we're very excited about it. It's a very anticipated movie. I mean, if you think about the impact that Tupac had in the music industry and pop culture, so we felt that we have the same culture in South Africa, and Stir Kineko as a brand, you know, likes to get in touch with that audience. We were like, look, let's do something special leading up to the release so that people can get excited about it.
So, Buji, All Eyes on Me. Tonight, we're going to be the first people to see it in South Africa. How do you feel about it?
I am quite excited. At the same time, I'm very nervous because usually with big stars that have passed on, the directors and the producers really fail to do proper execution. So I'm just hoping with this one, they're going to do what's right.
How do you feel about the movie?
I don't know. I'm just going to watch it, you know. You know, we never lived with these guys. Everything we see on TV, they fed us. So this is a continuation of the feeding. So I don't have any feelings. I just want to watch it. That's it.
But at some point back in the day, you used to like maybe inspired by Tupac or what?
I was more a Biggie fan, you know. But you know, Pac is very important. He has a lot of heart. You know what I mean? But you know, for me, even in rap, I've never looked up to anybody per se. I just always loved the music.
Are you a Tupac fan?
I love Tupac. I'm not really like a die-hard fan, but I love his music. I had Kanye Bao saying that he's still alive, so I was like, where? I was like, Chomi, where? I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah.
Do you have any Tupac favorite tracks that you can give us?
Dear Mama, I appreciate it.
And dear Mama.
What did I think about the movie? I thought the movie was dope as far as I'm concerned. I didn't see the iPhone, so that was a lie. But all in all, I think the acting was great. And yeah, man, it was dope. It was dope. I heard some Tupac songs I've never heard before. That was pretty enlightening. So yeah, it was dope. It was dope.
It was really dope. It was really nice. Like I feel like we didn't get the full story, to be honest, because like it was skipping to like many different timelines. It was hard to keep up. But in terms of the movie overall, it was proper.
I think they shouldn't have made it a movie. Maybe if they had made it a documentary, I would have understood it more. Hey, it was just off, man. I'm sorry, not sorry, but it was off. It was really off for me, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Out of 10, I'd give it a 2.
For as soon as we hate them, we become just like them.
Oh man. Look, everyone will have a different opinion on a biopic. You cannot fit the life of someone so amazing into 90 minutes. It's just simply impossible. And so from me, I think it was absolutely awesome. I am a Pac fan though. And so if you would like to watch the film and, you know, sum up your own opinion, tweet us at Trendz on SABC and let us know what was Tupac's middle name. That's simple, and you could get a chance to see All Eyes on Me, which comes out on the 30th of June. We're going to an ad break right now, so come back after this because I chat to Mr. Reason. He's in studio after this. Welcome back. You're watching Trendz. Now, it's hard to believe that only 11 years ago, the world was only just sitting up to notice the now unmistakable voice of a rapper from Katlehong, and his name is Reason. It's his birthday season, and of course, the Do It Like I Can and Realist hitmaker is doing something special for his fans to celebrate the big 3-0 with the official release of his album, Love Girls. He says, other rappers like to paint pictures of themselves where they always look good. I just prefer to paint pictures and let the people decide if they're good or bad. Reason, what's up?
I forgot I said that.
See, I looked you up, man.
God, I said
I looked
that.
you
That's
up.
actually quite cool.
It's been a while since you've been here.
Been a minute.
Yeah,
How are you?
but good to see. I'm
You
good.
pretty.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
I had to. Recent season. We're counting
Sorry
down.
I let you down.
No, you didn't. I mean, but here's the thing. So June 30th.
Yes.
Big day.
June 30th at 10:30.
Nice.
It's called a Crown Birthday.
Okay.
Yeah. We're also dropping this album that we've been working on.
Yeah. So a few days before that, you are starting the festivities. Like,
Yeah, we're
it's
starting
be like
a tour
whole
now. Yeah,
week.
it's a party now. It's a party.
It's a
It's
party,
a party. It's
proper.
like this will only happen once. So let's start now.
Yeah.
You know?
Tell us about, I mean, Celebrity, you just performed that great single and you have released a few singles. So the album is not out yet, the new one. But tell us about the new work, what you've been doing, who you've been working with, and what people can look forward to.
Okay, so well, Celebrity is the third single from an album called Girls. I Will Love Girls. It's an album that speaks about my different experiences with different types of girls. You know, you can call them good girls, bad girls, angry girls, happy girls.
But you do know that
girls.
you're sounding like you've been with like a lot right now.
Which is why I always add a disclaimer to say it's not all, you know, songs are about sexual experiences, first of all.
Right.
And, you know, lastly, I mean, some songs are about the same girl,
Yeah.
you know, in just in different ways.
Okay.
But it really is more about the storytelling than, you know, keeping count.
Right,
You know,
right.
it's not about a head count, really.
Yeah.
It was really about, you know, trying to see, you know, myself in relation to, you know, and, you know, it's a crazy era right now when it comes to, you know, males, you know, the male man.
Yeah.
And their relationship with females, you know what I mean? It's a very sensitive, you know, situation.
And talking about that, I mean, of course, you know, as rappers, you are social commentators.
Yeah.
How much, you know, or what in your work, you know, talks about, you know, what is currently the state of, or the status quo right now in society?
That's the cool thing about this album is, you know, you wanna actually speak about it, but not come off like as an intellectual,
Preachy,
but
yeah.
rather as a person who's actually talking about something that's happening in our times.
Yeah.
And you find what we did with the album was we started getting like snippets from different girls.
Right.
You know, to speak about, you know, their experiences as girls. You know, your experience as a happy girl, your experience as a broken girl, your experience as a sad girl or whatever. And that's where, you know, the situation of the times, I guess, comes out, and the impact of, you know, our behaviors as guys, you know, because, you know, as a guy, you know, you go up, you know, to the club, you know, or you're at the park, or you're at the library, you just see a girl, you go in, you mag game, 2 weeks later you tell us, that girl crazy. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, there's just like a whole life behind her that actually could have led to this. And a lot of it which has to do with guys.
I like that. I like that you are coming of age.
Yeah.
And you're also, you know, going deep and also being reflective in that sense. You are a dad as well.
Yes.
And so that,
to a girl.
That's
and
the thing.
A boy.
There we go. So you do have a daughter, and it is very important, you know, that young people realize that it's not just about the hype and being in clubs and, you know, drinking Hennessy or whatever, you know, but we actually do have a responsibility to being, you know, the narrative changes, basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool, man. And so then...
Why didn't I say that? I should have just said that.
Well, you rap it better. I say it better, you know what I mean? So let's talk about, I mean, who you've worked with in terms of, is anything very different to the recent sound that we know from the other albums?
Well, the whole album is produced by a group of guys called the Boys Upstairs. It's a small production team that I kind of, you know, fall part of a bit, because I produced like 1 or 2 songs as well. But, you know, we did it with like Monewa, Questa, Ginger, Beef. There's voice notes from Ayanda MVP, Miss Cosmo, Rouge, different people just coming and contributing to this one message. But generally, it was just a production between me and the Boys Upstairs.
Nice one that you're doing, you know, all of this. You've done a lot.
Thank
like
you.
people don't know. And I love the fact that you're still humble and you're still chilled and you're still just all about the work and the message. Thank you so very much. The Dirty 30s are coming, man.
Yeah, tomorrow. Everybody come through.
25th,
come through. It's gonna be a packed
the
show.
25th.
Good luck, bar. Come through.
Nice one. The 25th. Go out and celebrate with Reason. Yeah, he's counting down to his birthday. It's all about the Dirty 30s. Nice one. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
So a brand that has always been associated with beauty pageants is now taking a stand to embrace women for more more than just their outward appearances. In the plight to highlight the multifaceted beauty of South African women, the Lux brand has teamed up with 3 amazing songstresses to spread the message through a song titled We Are More. It's a hashtag as well. You can check it out on social media. Yeah, Trendz was there at the launch. Take a look at what it's all about.
We Are More. That's the latest campaign by a brand that's been celebrating the beauty and femininity of women around the globe for many years. This brand believes that for too long now, women have been celebrated for their beauty alone. They are now taking a stand to embrace women for more than what meets the eye with this campaign.
The whole theme is about us being more than what meets the eye. The official hashtag is hashtag We Are More, because so often we are labeled by the titles we hold dearly. I'll use myself for instance. I'm a TV producer, I'm a TV host and a radio presenter. Those are the titles that people see. But what Lux is saying is there's more to you than meets the eye. I am my father's daughter. I am a sister to 2 of my sisters. You know, I'm deeply spiritual. You know, so Lux is saying don't be ashamed to explore the different facets that make up who you uniquely are.
The brand has teamed up with Lira and Manewa to kickstart the campaign with a fiery tune that's meant to inspire and unite South African women to become unapologetically feminine.
The way we selected these women is that, first of all, they're well known for being in the music industry, but their excellence in that doesn't limit them in all the other roles that they play in their lives. So between the 3 of them, they're mothers, they're daughters, they're businesswomen, they're fashion icons, so they're not limited to only being music. And I think music was an obvious platform for us in South Africa, because I'm sure we all believe that music is the one thing that connects us as South Africans. So by wanting to create a movement, music was an obvious choice for us.
I love the brand. I grew up using the brand, and till today I'm using the brand. I've been a fan of their previous ambassadors. I've been a fan because their brand ambassadors have been strong black women, both from international and locally. But most importantly, because of what this campaign stands for. The minute they told me about it, I wanted to be a part of that, because this is one way of making sure that people get to know more about us. And when I say us, I'm saying, you know, women in general, even the doctors that we have within our communities, the women lawyers that we have within our communities. And these days, you know, young people are drawn into Instagram and social media and so forth. And when they look at the picture, that's all they see. They don't know what else is there to these women that they're seeing. And these women are doing amazing work. And therefore, for me, you know, naturally, when they came through with this campaign, I wanted to be part of it.
The song was produced by none other than Mzansi's international award-winning DJ Black Coffee.
I think what I enjoyed is that he was so busy. He was literally jet-setting around the world, and he still made the time to come into studio with us. So we'd already written the melody, and he just put his Black Coffee signature, which has resulted in this iconic sound, which is, of course, Black Coffee. So it really has been a thrill. He's one of the biggest icons of Africa right now, so it's a real huge privilege. That's also the wonderful thing, to show collaboration, that we all work together to elevate each other ultimately.
It was amazing because, I mean, obviously it was a collaborative effort, and obviously wanted to speak about the things, you know, that resonates with us individually. But also having, you know, because it's a collaborative effort, it had to make sense, it had to blend in nicely. And of course, you know, we have a relationship with Black Coffee. When he gave us the beat, it was amazing.
I never expected this kind of opportunity to fall upon me. Like, I was like, what? Me? Alongside who? I mean, Lira and Kanka are legends in the game. They've been doing this for years. Kanka celebrated her 20th year with Mafikizolo. Lira, I think, has been in this industry for just as long, if not just a little bit less. I've been in this industry for 4 years. So for me to be like matched up with them for a campaign that is so significant and so substantial to women all over the world, it's incredible. I'm still just like, wait a second, girl. Wait, is you dreaming?
Hi, I'm Trendz from Mafikizolo, and you're watching SABC Trendz.
Thank you so very much, those lovely ladies. Yeah, that's Monewa, Lira, and Tlantangliza. Well, we have a few messages now. We are wrapping up Youth Month, and it is always important to hear, you know, what the people who, well, us, what we have to say about youth and being empowered and being awesome. Take a look.
Youth Day always reminds me of how far we have come as a country and the youth of 1976 who fought for the great opportunities that we have today. So being a young person living in South Africa in 2017 for me means that there are so many opportunities that are waiting for me to grab, so many opportunities that are waiting for me to meet them halfway. I would be doing an injustice to the youth of 1976 if I sit back and wait for the government to do something for me. You know, so as a youth and as a role model to other young people, I say don't allow your circumstance to determine how far you can go. You know, I'm not from the greatest of backgrounds, but I didn't look at that and see my future. I saw that and it propelled me to be a better version of myself. So go out there, strive for greatness, to honor the youth of 1976 more than anything.
So if you're a young person who's surrounded by things you don't like, see how you can become a solution. Your solution could be the next billion-dollar business. So we really have a lot of opportunity in our hands, but we just need to unleash it through our thinking and our change in our thinking. And that's really my drive. In terms of what I try to do is to lead by example. I think you lead by the light of your example. So if what I do inspires you, try and do it better, or at least do you. Do the best version of you.
I think it's up to us as the youth of South Africa to motivate one another and inspire one another so that we work hard and take responsibility of our future. My name is Nozi Langa.
Hi there, this is Lira.
I'm Pearl Muriadi.
And you're watching SABC Trendz.
And you're watching SABC Trendz. Come back after this.
Welcome back, you're still watching Trendz. So South African music trio Mikasa released their 5th album titled La Familia last week ahead of their London and Canada tours. Now, meanwhile, award-winning musician Amanda Black and her success into the music industry is inspired by strong South African female singers who went before her. So both Mikasa and Amanda sat down with Sarah Kimani in Nairobi, telling her their story. Take a look.
Bamba off Mikasa's new album La Familia is available already.
We're launching a brand new album called Familia. You know, that's going to be a worldwide release.
The group will be touring Europe and Canada soon. They also plan to continue with their African tour and more songs with African artists.
Vuleka, 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 masulu.
Also in Kenya is award-winning musician Amanda Black, who is still celebrating her break into South Africa's music scene with multiple awards and now a BET nomination.
It's big enough for me that I was nominated. You know, it's my very first album. I'm new kid on the block. For me, the nomination itself just did a number on my, I guess, my arrival into the industry.
She says she owes her success to those before her.
Those are the women that I've looked up to growing up and listening to their music and seen how they carry themselves in their music and how, you know, they make their music. So for me, growing up and having to listen to that music and seeing their careers, you know, blossom and then grow, and even still today, they are still here, you know. For them, I'm just like, I just want to learn from you. What, you know, what did you do? What do you think I should do, you know, to actually put my foot in the industry and stay?
Both Amanda and Mikasa say they're using music to spread the message of love and unity in Africa.
It's what I'm trying to say, it's my expressing myself, and a lot of people, you know, especially women, they've taken the song and made it their song.
Music can easily touch your soul, speak to you in a very different way.
Now, Toke Makinwa is an award-winning multimedia personality who has built a remarkable media profile in Nigeria and other parts of Africa and the world, actually. Her career started in radio in 2010 before she made the transition to television. Her television credits to date include Flytime TV's 3 Live Chicks, Hip TV Trending, and Ebony Life TV's Moments. Now, Toke never envisaged that she would be a successful media personality, and she joins me in studio today to talk about her book titled On Becoming. Welcome to Trendz.
Hi.
Fantastic to have you here.
Thank you for
It's been a busy
me.
time. You are a busy lady in Johannesburg.
And you know, the thing is, I think I'm a busy person anywhere I am in the world. So, you know, it's very interesting to be here and very interesting to see, you know, South Africa. This is not my first time. I love South Africa. I love the people. I love your culture. I love how warm you guys are. So even when I'm working, it's almost like it's a fun type of work because you guys make it really easy.
But this time around, it's a big party.
It is a big party.
It's a big party,
big
all in your
celebration.
name and all about you becoming. I want to read something for people. I'm definitely not going to divulge much about what's in the book. Everyone just has to go get it. And I love the fact that you say it's a must-tell.
It is.
So here's a little bit of it. Welcome to a world of me on a mission to find out who I am. I am becoming. All of it, the rise and fall, the pain and victory. This book is born out of pain, confusion, betrayal, and scars that run deep, from a place where I only hear my voice as I navigate murky waters to victory, to becoming, to wholesome. This is not a tell-all, but a must-tell.
Yes, it is.
I love that.
I think that it's very important as African women, especially, to begin to tell our story so the world does not tell it for us. I think it's very important for us to begin to change the narrative. I keep using the word narrative because for so many years we've been handed out what we should be like, what society demands of you, what society thinks you should be. And, you know, we are evolving, things are changing. Gone were the days when you see a photograph of a black, strong woman and it has to depict suffering, i.e. she has to have a basket on her head, she has to be dragging two children, baby on her back, and that's the picture that we were sold. What does that mean? Long suffering. You just take it looking and keep on taking.
Endurance,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's also beauty in being vulnerable and in letting the world know that all is not perfect, but even in my imperfection, I am on a journey to become. So it's all of it. It's me in its rawest form.
But you put it out there, girl.
Yes.
You put it out there and you laid yourself bare on the table, basically.
I did.
Was it cathartic writing this, or did it actually trigger other things that you didn't realize were beneath the surface?
I think a bit of both. I must say, people have asked me, was this a form of therapy? Like, it was a bit of both for me, because it took me to certain places that I never thought that I still existed in. There was a place of hurt, a place of unforgiveness, a place of losing both parents at the age of 8 and not being able to fully express how I felt. I was angry at life and angry at myself, and you know, I kind of blamed myself for their passing, and I was only 8. So there was so much burden and pain that I'd been carrying all along. So yes, it did take me to certain places, and I like that it also helped me to better understand certain things in my life. So I knew that I was angry growing up. I knew that I was rebellious, and I did not understand why. I started out as, you know, top of my class, and I became the girl who would come the bottom of the class because I didn't know who to talk to about the feelings of grief. And sometimes, you know, when you're battling grief, the emotions show up in different areas. You know, some girls become, you know, codependent on men. Some people do not even, you know, want to trust again. It's different things to different people. And for me, I was so angry, and, you know, even the whole, you know, disaster with my marriage just brought me back to that one place where I had to face myself and begin to unravel and put things where they were supposed to be. And I'm very thankful for that opportunity. So it's not all bad. Even the bad things that happen to us, they happen sometimes to wake us up to reality and to wake us up to the universe.
And the lessons. And the lessons in there, because that's very important. You know, I definitely agree with everything that you just said, that a lot of times, if you go back and retrace the steps, you will actually find...
But it's also important that we don't go back to exist there, but we go back to, as you said, retrace the steps and forgive yourself and let go of certain things that you've held on to and move on free.
Fantastic. Geez. Okay. I don't even know what else to say. But your family, though, your siblings, having gone through, you know, your earlier years, and your brother, you know, actually, when you talk about how you at least had 8 years of memories and he was, you know, a year old when your parents passed away.
I find myself asking him sometimes, you know, are you okay? You know, and it's difficult for him because he has 3 sisters. There's certain things he probably wouldn't be able to talk to us to fully understand. Do you know what I mean? So, but I find myself always wanting to ask him questions like that because it was tough. The crop of 8-year-olds today are so much smarter than we were. So having to do with, you know, with all of that. But I'd like to say my faith has also helped me. You know, God has been a strong force in my life. And times when I did not know what to do next, all I've done was go on my knees.
And is that where you found, you know, your healing through, you know, scripture and through, you know, counseling that way versus, you know, the Western more counselling?
To be honest with you, I think it's a bit of both. I'm totally for Western counselling as well, because I think that religion sometimes, you know, is the forefront of a lot of things wrong with the world today. You know, sometimes religion holds us to certain standards that are unreal.
Yeah.
So I'm all for a personal relationship with God. And I try to say to people, whatever, you know, you do, strive for that personal connection with your Creator. So yes, God has been a force in my life that has sort of helped me in times when I was helpless and literally helpless. And, you know, and then also being able to talk to people who are skilled in certain, I mean, the therapists, they are skilled, and it has nothing to do with religion. It's just, you know, your state of mind
the
as
human
a human being,
and the journey
sometimes
to becoming.
it's even talking to a stranger.
There we go. Wow. So, okay, today it goes down.
Yes.
Your book launch is this afternoon.
Yes,
it's a
it is
must
at
tell
Hyde Park
people.
Corner.
Hyde Park Corner.
Yes.
Everybody will be there. Guys, no, this is not Queen Bee. This is Toke.
She's my twin.
She's your twin. Yeah,
Yeah.
people have just twinned you guys up.
I know.
And yeah, Twitter has been going crazy. They say you are amazing. You're an inspiration
Thank you.
for women who have gone through so much at a time when women all over the world are going through similar struggles
and
and
it's time
trials.
for us to unite.
It's time for us to unite and heal. Thank you so very much for coming through. You look absolutely stunning.
Thank you so
and
much.
Congratulations on an amazing book. You've already launched in like 4 other places.
Yes, we've been to London, America. We had to come to South Africa.
You had to come
and
to
we
South
had to
Africa.
save this. This is December. I mean, this is like the last stage of the international tour. So
thank you so
we had
very
to do this
much
in South Africa.
Thank you, Toke Makinwa. And yeah, that's the show. My gosh, time went really, really quickly today. We're playing out with the We Are More video by Lira Nhlanhla and Monewa. So till next week, join me again, Refill Wemwilwa, here on Trendz on the SABC News Channel. Have a lovely weekend, everyone.
I know that you have heard my song. I know that you have felt my soul. But do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? I know that you see me.